like this.
Live.
And we are live, but that reminds me, I was going to do an introduction to the show. But our producer Saransh had said we will do puja and do the nariyal. We have not done any of that.
But now
Oh.
it's time.
Oh my god.
Oh. Let's do it.
But never mind. Here's hoping it will be a very fruitful IPL for all teams, for all your star players, for every team that you support. It is first day, first show. And just like a film, the opening is very important. So it's going to be a very important opening, not just for the IPL teams, for us at Sports Today as well, because we're going live the IPL is in season 15, but Sports Today is going to be live continuously before the match, in the middle of the match, at the end of the match, and we have a new studio. So
A beautiful studio. Yes.
to new beginnings.
To new beginnings.
Beginnings
Indeed.
For those of you who don't know who are my colleagues sitting here, Siddharth Vishwanathan, you've already
Hello.
become familiar with. We've already got a few comments. What are they calling you? Laughing Buddha.
Buddha.
So he has already become famous. Man from Delhi but supports Chennai.
But not wearing yellow today.
Yeah, look at him.
Not wearing yellow today.
Supporter.
That is
I have to
wrong.
fill in for him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Look at that.
I've had to fill in for.
Shame.
for the-
And speaking of things that rhyme with shame.
We have shame.
yes.
Hi guys.
Shane Dias, who do you support? KKR.
Yeah, so I think we have both the fans sitting here this side, so this one should
Yeah.
be fun. So it should be really fun.
So Shane bias.
Yeah, let's not go down that
Not Shane Dias.
Shane bias.
Well, next thing they know, he'll be calling me a foreign player.
No.
You can be Shane Das for today.
Shane Das.
Actually, that brings me, before we get into the cricket, has it happened before? Like someone's spoken to you and said, "Are you Indian?" or something like
Yeah,
that?
actually, none of you.
With your name. His name is Shane Dias.
Yeah, actually, so I remember someone in school once asked me, they're like, I asked them, what did you eat for lunch today? And they said, you wouldn't know what it is. I'm like, okay, first off, try me. They're like, do you know what Indian chapatis are? And I'm like, what do you think I am? What do you think I am? Do you know what Indian chapatis are? I'm like, no, I know what British chapatis are apparently. Jesus, my God.
In the same boat.
So now you know what Sheldon Jackson must be feeling.
Yeah, I feel for the guy.
Feel-
Shout out to that man.
You can feel his pain.
Yeah.
Shane Dias has experienced that in the past. KKR fan. And Siddhant, he's been on Sports Today a few times before. So these are familiar faces. So we are all going to be joining you. Reminder all throughout the IPL, before the match, in the middle of the match, and at the post-match. And since you guys are new, I just wanted to tell you, what we are. What we are is not a media platform. We treat ourselves as a fan platform. We are for the fans. We are by the fans because we consider ourselves fans. So it is a fan platform where our family members, we also don't call them our fans, we say they are fans of cricket team. So our family members actually join us in having a conversation. We talk about teams just as they do in a drawing room after a game, and that's our aim. So the first big game, firstly I wanted to know, is it India Ka Tehwar, and if it is, what makes it India Ka Tehwar? What is it that excites you about the IPL?
This time it's truly a pan-India feel, 8 teams you felt, okay, some teams are getting left out, but now Lucknow is there, Gujarat is there. So it is now expanded. And now, okay, in 2020 you didn't have that carnival feel at all, neither in 2021. But now fans are coming back, 25% attendance, and there'll be some players there and you'll have that normal feeling, 2019 pre-feeling. So the crowd, the anticipation and everything makes it India ka ultimate tehwar, cricket tehwar that is.
Right. So as for me, let's look at it this way. I'm going to say something here that's going to offend a lot of sensibilities.
Go for it.
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Cricket is not my number one sport. Oh, big shock. Yeah. For me, cricket is kind of like what Arsenal were in the mid-2000s Premier League, just about cracking the top 4. But if we really have to talk about it, IPL is one thing that regardless of whether or
Should
not
show
I
him
might-
the door.
Yeah, exactly. Get him out of
and get him out of
here.
here.
Wait, hey, you need people like me around, okay? Not everyone can be, ooh, cricket this and ooh, cricket
Yeah.
that. Let's be very fair. Now, the thing is that IPL is something that, despite whatever may be happening in the world of cricket, there may be series I may check out of, there may be series I'm really invested in. IPL is one thing that there's always that curiosity, okay, I want to check it out. I want to, it's something that you share with your family more so because I come from a family of, again, Kolkata fans. People who have grown up there, born there.
You will not be saying this if Kolkata had not won 2012 and 2014.
That's
Please.
not true. I have been a day one fan since the days of black and gold, since the days of the multi-captaincy theory, and since
Since
everything
the
that
days
came.
Ben McCallum
158.
Yeah.
The only
We get it.
century,
We get it.
the only century scored by a
That's
KKR
a very
batsman.
interesting answer. Tell our family members that.
Yeah.
Shane's got a very interesting stat about Kolkata Knight Riders. Tell us.
Well, I have several actually, if you're thinking about it.
Quickly,
One is
rattle
that
them off.
the first century that a KKR batsman scored was Brendan McCullum against RCB, that fateful opening match. It is also the only century ever to be scored by a KKR
That's very
batsman.
interesting. I didn't know that.
I
mean, everyone knows Brendan McCullum's 100. I don't know
Thousands-
That's the only.
I
century
think more than KKR fans, RCB fans remember that 100.
1070 IPL
No,
matches.
RCB fans because
In general.
remember
1070
that
matches of the
game against them.
IPL have happened. 1070 ever since that first game. So Kolkata have
How
really
many?
given 1070.
Stat man.
So 1 in 1000. Literally, Kolkata Knight Riders are 1 in 1000 team.
And if there are going to be any fans, by the way, who are still like me, kind of scarred by the 2021 final, I have a little bit of good news for you today. KKR's opening match record is very, very good. In fact, stretching
Blah.
back to 2011, they've only lost 2 opening matches.
Blair.
like a
One was
lot.
to CSK.
One was to CSK in 2011 when they played 2 foreign players.
So you are saying they probably won't be third time lucky.
Yeah, they will not be.
Probably not.
They will be, yeah. They
Our producers also joined us.
Saransh, our producer, is
Another
a,
KKR fan.
Saransh is another KKR fan.
No. It's not happening. See, 2011.
those.
You're talking about 2011 when Tim Southee, who is now panned as a death bowler, MS Dhoni brought out the best and we defended 9 runs.
Yeah, and why is he panned as a dead bowler exactly?
Because he was not
Andre
under
Russell,
Dhoni.
Because Andre Russell finished his career in that regard. Ironically, I can't say much. He's playing for KKR this year. Can't
Yeah.
pan the guy.
No, but when he left CSK, he was with RCB. KKR tore him apart when he was with RCB.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
we
okay.
have a habit of tearing apart our CP, so that's okay.
What did you do in the morning? Some puja, the two of you. What was your day like? It's the opening. Tell us, opening day of the IPL. Your teams are playing. Siddharth's team is CSK, and Shane's team is KKR. And so how's the?
Two great friends, by the way. Both of them are great friends, and the
How did the day start?
The rivalry today divides them.
If you're a fan of Chennai Super Kings and Kolkata Knight Riders, do drop in a comment and tell us how your day started. Let's compare with the two fans here. Siddharth, what did you
I
do?
was quietly
Did puja?
confident. Yeah, I didn't do any puja. I know CSK will anyway go for the final. So why should I do puja and say, oh please let them win. Nah. They are going to win. They're going to top the table and they'll go to the final. In the final I might do some other ritual or something.
Now, see, for me personally, I think I remember last time that KKR entered a new era like this, or the last time, because the last time was the DK captaincy era, and less said about that, the better. But the last time we had a upheaval this big, brought in a new captain, was 2011 when Gautam Gambhir came in. 3 years of really bad showings, and as I said, lots of bad memories, except for maybe that 158 of McCullum. But that time period brought about their most successful time. Reached 2 finals, won 2 finals, one of them against CSK. So there is a quiet optimism that maybe, just maybe, things will fall into place. But again, it's just that. It's just quiet optimism, and I don't really judge on first.
I just have one thing to tell him. You should remember that they have lost 5 finals, even if CSK.
No, he remembers.
Oh, I'm sure you remember.
It doesn't guarantee them a trophy.
If you have seen a previous video where we were picking our 4 teams to go to the playoff, I think he was candid enough to accept that we have lost more finals, that is CSK has lost more finals than they won.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to...
And Rohit Sharma is a better captain also. He accepted that as well.
I had given it a disclaimer, blasphemy alert.
Okay, going to take quick comments. A lot of folks are joining us, are regular watchers. So some of them are picking, which team are you going? Okay. Sheldon Jackson is in the comment section. I'm not surprised. Says
But-
he should open with Venki. Best combo. Actually, I don't know whether that will happen. I think he'll bat in the middle order. I wonder if he's
Rahane and Venkatesh Iyer might be open.
Yeah, Rahane. Yes, I think Rahane
But you
has
never
enough.
know. I'll tell you what. We saw Sunil Narayan in the past opening the innings. He did that in the BPL, the Bangladesh Premier League. Scored one of the fastest 50s recently.
Who?
Sunil Narayan.
Yeah.
And he has done
But I think that ship is sailed.
that should
for-
be said.
in the IPL.
But I'm saying in
But
the
I wouldn't
absence
mind
of
it.
somebody like an Aaron Finch,
Yes.
I think it's not a bad ploy sometimes when you think of it.
Yeah. No, I
What do you
agree
think,
with
sir?
it. No, I
KKR?
agree. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, look, I agree. Actually, both of y'all, neither of y'all are wrong here. Because simply, when you say the Narayan ship is sailed, it's right. It's that everyone has picked out his weakness at this point.
Yes.
You bowl shot at him, he's going to swing, it's going up, and he's going home.
Bang on.
But
I like when you accept the weaknesses in your team.
yeah, it's best to be a proper fan rather than just saying no, everything is good.
Taken it
and-
from the CSK fan.
But
yeah.
you know where I think last season or the season before that as well, they kind of figured out that Narayan, using him as a floater, depending on what ploy is used,
Yeah.
and they normally would almost always send him into bat when the spinners were being there. And lest we forget, he's very good against the spinners. Don't believe me? Ask Samuel Badri. He pretty much ended that man's IPL career in the Chinnaswamy.
And he was one of the highest rated T20 bowlers at the time.
yes,
He
Samuel
took a
Badri was no
hat-trick. He
slouch.
took a hat-trick
Yes.
in the IPL.
Yeah. Okay. Bal Krishna Bhattarai. He's also a regular fan, watches us from Nepal. I hope you're doing well, sir.
Oh, he's a CSK fan.
Brilliant.
I am surprised as hell.
He's sending us lots of love from Nepal.
Thank
Indeed.
you. Lots of love back to you too.
Rohit Roy is saying what he says the same thing. What about Sheldon at the top of the order and Russell, Nabi, Narayan at 5, 6, 7.
I found a way to fit Nabi into my team.
But
Oh,
Nabi hasn't.
Do tell because I was pretty sure that he was not going to be
No,
starting.
so what I did is if you open with Ajinkya Rahane,
Right.
then there is a chance. Then you've got so Venkatesh Iyer, Ajinkya Rahane.
Yeah, as your openers.
Then you get
Nitish and
Shreyas Nitish, and then you can have Sheldon Jackson,
Yeah,
who's your
in the
wicket
five,
keeper
yeah.
then, and then you got Russell, Narain. You can get a foreign fast bowler.
Saudi.
Cummins is not.
No,
Saudi
Saudi
is
is most likely.
Saudi is not available.
Saudi is
So,
not
so
available.
Saudi, and then Umesh Yadav, Varun Chakradesh, Shivam. So yeah, you can fit in a. So how many foreigners have I got?
You got 4, I believe.
So that's
Russell,
Saudi,
Narayan, Nabi.
Saudi,
Mhm.
Narain, Russell, right?
And Nabi.
And Nabi. So
Nabi.
he could be that fourth.
But no, so no Sam Billings for you.
Yes. No Sam
I
Billings
feel-
there. Because if you've got Sheldon who can keep, then you don't have to.
But isn't Saudi not available for this match?
I'm not too
because
sure.
he's
I-
for his wedding. That's why he's not available for the opening.
Could
That's
be.
what I've heard.
How
So
many
then-
weddings are happening right at the beginning of the IPL?
We're very happy for them, just to reiterate.
No, so who is the fast bowler then who comes in then? There's no Pat Cummins.
Yeah.
There's no Pat Cummins, there's no Saudi. They might just go with 3 foreigners maybe or bring in an
No,
Indian.
I think the Sam Billings will play.
Then Sam Billings
Then
most
Billing
likely plays.
play,
I
yeah.
think Sam Billings
Then
plays.
that slot opens up anyway. So
Yeah.
Billing plays and Nabi can play.
Yeah, that's very
I'm not
interesting.
too sure whether Nabi will play because I thought it was like an afterthought when they bought him also.
Yeah.
And second thing is Nabi really hasn't done much in T20 leagues across the world that he's been playing. He was not too good in the BBL also.
He struggled for the running
Struggled.
game.
Like did not get wickets. that
Wasn't doing
often.
much in run.
One game he got 3 or 4 wickets and I think that he completed the quota for the rest of the season in that one game.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Nabi does very much feel like a backup option in case maybe Narayan's missing through something.
It's
Ash-
bad luck for Nabi because even in Sunrisers he didn't get his due because he was
Yeah.
overshadowed by Rashid Khan.
True.
And still they kept picking.
Ashu, there. He says, please take my name. Say hi to Ashu.
Hi, Ashu.
Okay.
Like school children.
Yeah.
Hello ma'am, how are you ma'am?
Big Boy, who's a regular watcher, says, I hope this is an incident-free IPL this time around. IPL should stay in India now onwards. I agree with you. We call it India Ka Tehwar, and I think
Yeah.
on that front, you need to keep it IPL here. I'm glad that it's happening here. And the other good thing that they've done this time is that previously the cases came when you took that flight, when you moved venue. That's when you got the cases in Delhi, and because you were moving from Chennai and Mumbai, I think that's where they started.
Yes.
And then they had to move venue to Ahmedabad and Delhi, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's when the cases started. This time, because they knew, and I think that's a smart decision to do, because if we were thinking about it and we spoke about it, if in the UAE you have 4 grounds, and if you don't, the purpose is to ensure there's no air travel, and that's why you went to the UAE, because there are 3 different venues in and around that area, or whatever, 1 hour, 2 hour thing, then it makes sense that you do the same thing in India. And many people had given at that time the advice that why move it at all, in the sense why have flights, just keep it in Maharashtra. You got 3 venues in Mumbai, one in Pune, which is also on the outskirts of Pune, I think,
on
from
the expressway.
right so
next
from
to the-
DY Patil, which is anywhere on the outskirts of Bombay, to Gahunje, which is on the outskirts of Pune, I don't think it'll take more than an hour from those 2 stadiums anyway. So I think that it should have been. I'm very happy that it's back in India. So it is then truly India ka tehwar, and I'm also very happy that crowds have been allowed in. I just have my fingers crossed that the wave stays away.
Yeah, that is true. I think that some of that responsibility will come on the fans who go as well. So,
Yeah.
if you guys, any one of you guys is watching right now and you're planning on
Yes.
going to a game, please ensure that you maintain some degree of social distancing. Wear a mask where possible. We don't want another case of the IPL being shifted out again.
Issued in public interest by Shane Bias.
Okay, there
Yeah,
was
the-
one question.
Shamika Karunaratne?
No, Adarsh Anand. He says, Adarsh Anand, who's joining us, says, mark my words, Gujarat Titans can surprise everyone. And I find that comment very interesting, because I think most people have put Gujarat Lions at the bottom, if not the last or second last or something. Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Gujarat Titans.
Yeah.
Did I say Lions?
Lions.
Once you
sorry.
said Lions, that's okay, that happens.
Correction. No, people will make a clip and then. But that was a slip of
Don't
tongue and
do
an
it, guys,
honest
don't do
mistake. Because a team like that did exist.
Yes.
With Suresh
For a
Raina
very
as
brief
captain.
period.
Dwayne
Yes.
Bravo.
Dwayne Bravo, Suresh Raina.
An
as-
amalgamation of 2 teams players.
Yes.
CSK, of course.
So, because a lot of people had put Gujarat Titans right at the bottom, so I find this comment very interesting by Adarsh, who says that Gujarat Titans can surprise everyone. And you know, honestly, this is the best thing about the IPL, that every team looks so strong. You can. I'm going to make an honest confession. Since I have a Chennai fan in Siddharth here, last few seasons you saw the Chennai team on paper, and I say, this team can't win the title. And they'd surprise you. They'd win the title, or they'd go to the finals, or whatever. So what that tells you is that IPL runs so close. And Gujarat Titans, to be fair, I think if Hardik Pandya fires, if Shubman Gill has an outstanding season, we know that Rashid Khan always has a good season. So
They've got a very good bowling attack. I'm just
Yeah.
not sure about how their batting
Might fail,
Yeah.
but yeah.
because the problem with opening slot, who will open with Shubman Gill, because you're not sure whether it'll be Matthew Wade or it'll be somebody like Rahmanullah Gurbaz, or it'll be someone else altogether. Could be Saha also, for all we know. And then it's Hardik Pandya in the middle, but you don't know whether David Miller will play, whether he'll not play. Lots of permutations and
movable parts
combinations.
there.
Yes.
So ADJJ and a few other comments I saw. A lot of people asking about Shivam Dubey in the CSK team. I think he made
He
my
will play.
he
I
made my
also
team.
think.
And in fact, I had, when we were picking players, you know, lesser known players to watch out for who do well. Because we were looking at uncapped, I did not pick Shivam Dubey because he's played for India. But I think Shivam Dubey is going to be that one guy who may have a breakthrough season. He is disappointed so far in the opportunities that he got to play for India, even in
for
IPL,
Rajasthan, for that
even for Rajasthan. But Rajasthan
No.
didn't play him. When they played him at the end of last season, he
Yeah,
had
that's
a
true.
good
Rajasthan,
time.
did not pick wisely last season.
I
Then
think that this season will be breakthrough. Why? Because
Dhoni.
MS Dhoni.
Dhoni
Yeah.
was there.
If
Absolutely.
MS
I
Dhoni,
completely agree.
MS Dhoni, see, I think Dubey has the talent.
Yes.
It's just that he needed a mentor who can guide him what shot to play when, which type of balls to bowl at what time, and I think Dhoni does it best. He's done it with a lot of bowlers who used to
Deepak
get
Jain,
hammered.
Shardul Thakur, everybody. you
So I
talk
think it's a
about
rare
people.
moment where all 4 of us agree.
Mohit
on something.
Sharma, you remember?
Mohit Sharma, of course.
Oh my
made
God.
him a
That was
bowler.
such a sad story.
Made to the
Now
Indian
he's-
side because
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
And now he's a net bowler. Look at his plate. After he left CSK.
So I think Shivam Dubey, yes.
uh,
Rayan Parag will bash every team this season. I hope. ADJJ, yeah, he's
I mean,
been very disappointed.
He has been, but you know, everyone can see the potential he has. Whether he can fulfill it now, well, that's on him partially.
Yeah.
You have to give all these players an extended run. You just can't pick them for 1-2 games and drop them. Then pick them for a game or two and then drop them for the entire season. It doesn't help in their development.
Yeah, and there's only
And
so much
Shivam
development.
Dubey and Riyan Parag both suffered that fate.
Yeah.
They were not given their a long rope either in RR or in RCB.
Yeah.
True.
Before, after RR, it was RCB where Shivam
Yeah,
Dube
Shivam
played.
Dube.
Correct, yeah. And then he came to the Indian team.
Yes.
Virat was captain at RCB
But
when
after
Shivam
that,
Dube was playing.
It's
No,
been all
then he
downhill.
disappointed. He didn't make use of his opportunities for
Yes.
India. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe this could be the year.
One knock he played, now one way he scored 50 odd runs.
Yeah, but
if
that's
I'm
the
not
thing.
wrong.
That
Like,
was-
But he
that's
gave
wrong.
it away by conceding 34 of Ross Taylor, remember, in that T20.
Just a reminder, we're just about 6 minutes away from the toss and the team, so stick on with us. We'll go live till 7:30 till the first ball is bowled. Meanwhile, Aryan Natani has a question. He says, please clarify the qualification criteria for playoffs. Is it 2 teams for each group or I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it could be even 4 teams from one group.
Yes.
It is going to be
All
a
10.
points
Yeah.
table,
Yeah.
all depending, just as like in previous season,
Yes.
all teams make the
The-
same point table and the top 4 then qualify
Yes.
for the playoffs. Yes, they will play. They are in the group just for their, for the purpose of deciding who they
teams.
play.
Correct,
Just to let them know. Let's just tell
It
them
is-
why.
The virtual thing is just a, you may just say a smoke screen. There's actually every team will play each other, the top 4 will qualify.
Yeah, but the difference is that in your group, the reason they made the group is because in your group you play each team twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
And in the opposite group, you play all team but one only once.
Yes.
So what you will do is in your 5 teams that you have in your group, so the 4 remaining teams, you will play them twice.
Oh, we have team news though.
Then
we have team news.
yes,
That's
we
very
have team news.
interesting.
Shreyas Iyer, Rahane, and Billings
Billings.
make their
Oh, so
KKR
Billings.
debut.
Billings plays, so that
Told
means
you
no
so.
Sheldon Jackson most
I
likely.
told you so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's your wicket keeping option in Sam
Yeah.
Billings.
Well, unless they go with unless
Possible.
they play him as a
Rahane opens for KKR.
Rahane
Rahane
for
opens.
sure.
That's for sure.
I think that'll be a
So
great move.
Rahane Venki is your opening.
Okay, so Cummins, Finch, and Saudi also not available.
Whoa,
Yes.
okay.
As Siddharth was pointing out.
Wedding.
Wedding indeed.
Wedding.
Yeah.
Wedding. Saudi's
That's
wedding.
why it's the wedding season.
He
Glenn
could've-
Maxwell is not there.
We wished him Saudi a happy married life ahead.
Yes.
Indeed we
Good
do.
night.
Tim,
Indeed.
if you're
If
watching,
you're watching
us,
us.
from New Zealand and you wanted all the updates, here's wishing you the very best in your married life. Yeah, so going back to that table, so it is a bit of rocket science to understand. Each team in your group, you're playing them twice.
Twice.
The teams in the opposite group, you're playing them once, barring one team. which is the same seed
Row.
as you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first seed of one
Mumbai.
group, first seed of the other group play twice. Second seed, third, like that. So, but my point is, and we journalists are always looking at loopholes and faults and
Yeah.
mistakes. Why did they have to do it? What's the point? The seeding, the good thing about seedings is whichever sport, tennis, cricket, even in the World Cup, if you're a top seed, then if you want to give them 2 matches, then you should play the bottommost seeded team in the opposite twice. Na?
Twice.
That should be the
Correct.
advantage of a higher seed.
Exactly.
Here you're
exactly.
making it like a disadvantage. Play the best team.
But they wanted to see MI CSK happening twice.
Oh,
That's the precise reason.
Marketing.
The marquee
Oh, the
rivalry,
marketing
you have to
Marquee
see
rivalry
it.
had to be happen twice, right?
So see,
Otherwise it would not have happened if they would have done it the other way.
Yeah.
For that to happen, MI had to play right next to CSK in the
Yes.
other
And
group.
RCB were
that
in the
is what-
same group,
And
so
that is
2
what
times.
has happened here. So
Yeah.
Yes.
And RCB in the same group as CSK. So that is why these 2 rivalries, you have to play each other twice.
Absolutely. These are arguably the most marketable rivalries of the IPL.
Exactly.
So there's no chance you're avoiding it if you can.
Indeed. So
although CSK doesn't.
Saluja Singh is our regular watcher. He's very happy. He's saying happy to see new members in Sports Today team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Shane, Siddharth, new members. Siddhant is already
I'm
there.
not that new. I don't know why I was
Yeah.
saying. I've
Yeah,
been
he's
here.
not new.
Yeah.
So they will be with us now
Yes.
from the IPL going forward, hopefully for many years.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers, toes crossed, everything, please.
Yes. Then ADJJ have taken too many questions from you.
Sushant Verma is asking whether Dhoni will bat up the order.
I just do not understand what has been happening for the past
One,
2-3
sorry,
years.
before you answer,
Yeah.
one of our regular watcher, Ricky Patel from
Ricky
the
Patel.
Oh,
USA.
USA.
We're missing you, Ricky, because he's one of those guys. Every time we used to do live, he used to be the first guy.
Wow.
Lovely.
Used to be like, "Hi, I'm here" for most live.
Like, even before you'd start saying anything,
He was
his
there.
eye would be there.
Yes.
Lovely.
So Ricky, hi to you. Sorry, Siddharth, continue.
I just did
MS
not
Dhoni you were
understand-
talking
yeah.
about.
in IPL 2019
Thala.
onwards,
Thala
Thala Dhoni for 2020, 2021, he batted mostly where? Number 5, number 6.
Yes.
But you have to understand the time has gone on. He's still stuck like father time, MS Dhoni, back in the past. That blueprint of taking the game to the last ball is not going to work anymore. Bowlers have figured him out.
Yeah.
Especially the low point of Dhoni was when Rabada and Nortje in IPL 2020 just exposed that weakness.
True.
Also, the weakness against spin bowling. Also.
Exactly. And remember, KKR,
Oh my
Sunil
God.
Narayan, in the 10 years that Dhoni has batted against Narayan, just one boundary.
I
And
only
don't
remember
forget
one,
Varun
thing,
Chakravarti.
one thing, Gautam Gambhir setting that field
That test
against
match field.
test match
Yes,
field
yes,
against
yes.
MS Dhoni. That is
Dhoni-
right there in my memory, and I will not forget. There was a
That was rubbing salt into
There was
it.
no
It really was,
There
it
was a
really
leg
was.
slip. There was a
At
forward
first-
shot. There was a silly point. There was a slip.
Gautam Gambhir.
Whether to hide, cringe,
And
or
he was
what to do, I
himself.
didn't know.
He was himself under the helmet, and I was like, "What is he doing?"
Let's not forget, even last year, without Narayan, you have Varun Chakravarti, who absolutely has the man's number.
Yes.
Oh, it's last time.
Okay,
Really.
Shreyas and Jaddu.
We're going to get back to this in a bit.
A new site for
Indeed, two
CSK.
new
New
captains.
captain, Shreyas Iyer, Ravindra Jadeja. Who's your favorite captain? Not your teams. Pick one.
Jaddu.
Jaddu.
Oh, that's your team. I mean, Shreyas is the better captain. The guy made his reach.
Dhoni is the team.
They can't look beyond their team.
Oh my God!
Cannot look
he was
beyond that
talking
team.
about all the 10 teams, guys. You both are like.
No, I'm
CSK,
asking
KKR.
about these two.
Oh,
But
okay,
you could
no,
have,
for talking
I would have
overall.
loved it if you would have said, no, I love my KKR, but I think Jaddu is a better captain.
If it's not CSK, then Delhi Capitals.
Rishabh Pant.
Yes.
Oh, my pick would have been Faf, man, if we're going there.
I like Jaddu as a better captain.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Ravindra
just
Jadeja.
I'm excited. I want to see how he goes about this because Dhoni is still gonna be there, but Jadeja has been like the improvement in his form, the improvement in him as a cricketer, how it transforms into
Okay,
a
so
captain.
KKR have won the toss.
Saransh
They're definitely
was
gonna
just,
bowl, definitely
goes
gonna bowl.
another level whenever KKR wins toss and everything.
You bowl, you are out.
KKR.
Bat first.
They 100% bowl.
Match at the Wankhede Stadium.
Opted to field.
There we go. It's
KKR
classic.
have opted to
It's
Classic.
Wankhede.
KKR have opted to field. In other news, what
It's
is
a
white?
Wankhede, so a
Why?
lot of teams.
Because that's always been the strategy, even in the winning years. Bowl first, restrict, and then let the openers do the trick.
And that's exactly what they did at the final. And
And it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
and they lost.
I'm gonna hide now.
Everyday 2012 does not happen for KKR, please. That was a
24
one-off.
2014 was proof that they can do better. I mean,
Yes.
they chased down a very high target.
Shreyas Iyer has won the toss.
And he has
Chosen
chosen
to
to
bowl.
bowl.
Bowl. It's interesting, but see again, I'm not looking at the conditions. Nothing. It's become a norm now.
Yeah, in T20
Yeah,
cricket,
T20
yes,
cricket,
pretty much.
you're chasing. You are chasing. I
You always want to know what your run rate is.
that and your spinners.
Chase
you know,
or
they-
bat
you don't-
first. Chase or bat first. Kolkata Knight Riders at the Wankhede. In all these years, 14 years, have just won once.
Yeah, but that's against Mumbai Indians. We never win against them.
Exactly.
stat.
But 2012, that was 10 years back and different era altogether.
Absolutely different. Era.
Can't rely on past
Tell
glory.
the stat once again. These lovely stats that you come up
Yeah. KKR in Wankhede, you know that if they play the Mumbai Indians, even if they play them for 13 consecutive editions, they still cannot match up to their head-to-head record. It's 22-7. Pie, you have to eat humble pie. KKR fans. Yes. 22-7. So 13 wins.
with. Shane, I've told you to stay away from pies and everything.
Yeah.
No pies for him.
No pies for
Give him
you.
something
pies
else.
for me.
Eat,
You'll
Give
chuck
humble
the
humble
pies.
salad.
Give humble apples. Why not?
Huh.
If KKR break this set, he'll chuck pies. He'll be a
By
pie
the way,
chucker.
I'll be
if
the
I'm
pie
not
chucker.
wrong, KKR only playing 3 overseas players. Sam
Interesting.
Billings, Sunil Narayan, and Andre.
Andre.
Interesting.
So no
Reyes.
Nabi.
So no,
No.
wow.
Nabi. Wow.
Ah.
Lovely.
Okay, that's an intriguing. So what would the 11 be like? Saransh, it's okay. You can put any website which is showing the 11. That's okay.
Yeah, you really want to know what it is. I
Ah,
mean,
exactly.
at this
Doesn't
point,
matter.
curiosity is getting the better of us. Cats.
Yeah, we would want to. So we will quickly tell you the team, but we already can confirm that Tim Saudi is
Conway,
not
Bravo,
available.
Milne and Santner. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
so
for
that's for
CSK.
4 for CSK. Interesting.
So Santner is playing. Is Shivam Dubey playing? Or
Just
not?
can you make it a bit large once the team is done? The
Maybe
thing-
they're looking for more batting depth.
so they've got Conway.
yeah.
They've
Conway, of
got
course.
so Conway, Uthappa open.
Yes,
then
Raidu
Conway,
at 3.
Rituraj Gaikwad. will
Shivam
open.
Dubey is playing. For those of you who are asking, Shivam Dubey is playing. Mitchell Santner is playing. Bravo would have played. Mill would have played. Tushar Deshpande, we had
Deshpande.
expected him to.
Deshpande.
I picked him in my fantasy. I
It's a
said you
good
would be
pick
one of your
because
budget buys.
Tushar Deshpande was one of the bowlers who helped Mumbai win the Vijay Hazare Trophy in 2018. And when he was not picked in the Mumbai squad in 2019, 2 selectors in Mumbai lost their job. There was a big uproar on that. So it's a great move. There is some potential. Although I would have preferred playing KM Asif, a skiddy Wankhede.
That's what you were
deck.
telling us
Yeah,
before.
Tell us why.
Because a skiddy Wankhede wicket, red soil, Asif has that zip and that bounce. And he had impressed in one of the matches in Abu Dhabi or I think it was Dubai. He had impressed in Dubai with his pace.
Right.
So what are you waiting for? You're going to get conditions like this in Brabon and Wankhede.
Yeah.
So better use him as your constant because
Okay, well,
Chahar-
we have the 11s coming by the way. So Nitish Rana, Billings, Russell, Narayan. Okay.
Sheldon Jackson.
Sheldon
He's also
Jackson.
playing.
Yes. I
Umesh
said they would
Yadav,
play both.
Mavi and
Mavi.
Varun. That's the
Correct.
bowling
That's
lineup.
a good bowling
It's a
lineup.
very Indian bowling lineup, but a
Yeah,
very good
so
bowling
I had
lineup.
picked that. I'd picked Mavi, Varun Chakravarti, Umesh Yadav
Yeah.
as my 3 bowlers. You got Narain and Russell as well
Yes.
as bowling options. So that's 5. And then who else have they got in terms of bowling? They've
But
got.
we have with this Venki, you can bowl 2 overs here or there if need
Okay,
be.
so
Yes.
yeah, there it is. Can you cut to the playing 11?
Shivam.
Shivam Dubey.
Adari and Shivam.
Yeah.
Yes.
But lots of all-rounder that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lots
They
of
want
all-rounders in
more
CSK.
batting depth.
So,
So
but then
let's look at each team one by one. Okay, let's
Yes.
look at Kolkata Knight Riders. Venkatesh Iyer, no surprise, would have opened.
Rahane, no surprise either.
Rahane, again, I had picked him, but a lot of people would be surprised that,
I also thought he
Even
Yeah.
I did
The
too.
left-right combination.
Also,
Yeah,
without
left,
flinch, you
right.
need an opener, and Rahan
No,
is best suited for the
because
opening
if
spot.
you
then-
remember,
then
I mean,
before.
people had thought that maybe, IPL is not suited. I mean, I'm just going
Yeah,
back to just what
2017,
Rahane,
18
yeah.
even, for that matter.
And they were no, he was with Delhi, they hardly played him.
Yeah.
True, and they traded for him at that.
Correct, and they got him in a trade,
didn't
kept
play.
him, but barely played him. So I thought
Yeah.
that would have been probably the end. But this is like a sort of it could be a second coming. He's got a chance.
New lease
now.
of life for sure.
Yeah, new
and
lease
in
of
his
life.
preferred position. Otherwise,
It is,
at
yeah.
Delhi, he was mostly playing 3,
Yeah,
4.
you remember Rajasthan used to open and
He used
get
to
He
50
was-
every
yeah,
match.
Yeah, every match.
One of the few guys who's gotten 2 IPL hundreds, by the way. Let us not
also
forget
true.
Rahane.
It's just that his waning form in Test has sort of made that mindset with people that he should probably not be in your 11.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
Rahane is still the teams still pick him. By the way, it's not like
So that's the opening combination. Venkatesh Iyer, Rahane. Okay,
Shreyas
that's
Iyer
interesting.
and Rana pretty
Shreyas
good.
Iyer, nobody doubted
Nobody
that.
doubted.
Rana,
not either.
nobody.
Not after they shelled out 8
Yeah.
crores for them.
So Billings a bit lower than what he usually bats. He bats at 4, but I think he's
no,
been
he
pushed to
bats
5.
at 5.
Five.
Five.
or
He
six.
helped.
No, but I think Delhi
bats
batted
at
4.
He bats at 5 or 6 for
6.
CSK also.
Yes,
at times.
because he-
and for his side Kent also, which he captains at times.
Yeah.
He still bats at
And
5 or
remember,
6.
Billings hit that 50 in that
Yes,
CSK
that
KKR
CSK
game
game
in
that he
2018.
won. He won in the game.
That
2018.
only game which they played at Chippewa.
Where they had so many individual performances in that season, which one guy won them the game.
Correct,
Yes.
correct.
Bravo won them one game. Billings won them one game.
Watson in the final.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's
like
what they
that.
do. That's what they want.
They survived the Dreras assault in that game.
Yes,
11
yes,
sixes,
yes.
3 4.
So that's CSK's mantra. You can get one player, 11 players, one player wins you one game, 11,
11 and
games,
someone else will win another.
You're
Yes,
gone. You're
yes,
through
yes.
almost. huh?
You know, speaking of bowling lineups, by the way, look at KKR's part is very
You can
Indian
cut out of the
based
team,
today.
guys. You can cut out of the teams. We have seen the team now,
Yeah.
and we could
But
discuss. Okay.
I'm very
So,
surprised.
okay,
I'm
let's-
surprised with Santner's inclusion.
So no, but show us the teams. Saransh, we want to see the teams. You don't have to be on the teams.
you can.
Just leave it.
There we go.
Okay. So Shreyas Iyer there, Rana there, Billings at
Russell
5,
Narayan.
Russell at 6. Again, I think a bit low. Na? The whole debate was why you.
No, I think, see, Russell Narayan, I think they'll send up depending on situations.
No, but I'm saying 6 already is so low, and
It
you're
is,
telling
it
me
is,
like
I agree.
7.
4 or
But
5.
I think that Billings, Russell, Narayan,
That's
those
very
three,
interchangeable. Very
they,
interchangeable.
They might change the order. Russell, if they get a good start or something, and
Yeah.
they want quick runs.
Maybe
they might
16
send-
overs,
they might
101
send
for
Russell
3.
ahead.
They'll send Russell
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay, so good. They've got
But
Rana,
Jackson
Billings,
is
Russell.
the designated wicketkeeper, by the way. Sheldon
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
Billings.
Sheldon Jackson. They've only again a reminder. that they've only gone with
And
3 overseas
three
players.
overseas players.
You have to make
KKR.
the teams on Gamezy. 11 to the
I will. Now that the teams are announced, okay, we were going to continue the 11, but my producer Saran says, no, stop it and tell people about the Gamezy app. You can see.
Thank you,
behind
Sanaj,
us.
because I am.
I have made my team.
I made 2 teams.
I've made my team too.
I have made my team on the Gamezy app.
Did you
So-
guys watch my video?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
We
Oh.
took tips.
For fantasy tips, if you haven't seen the video that Siddhant has done, just a reminder, every day we're going to give you tips of how to make your fantasy teams before the match. Those videos will come 2 or 3 hours before each match. So check that out. We'll give you some tips. So on Gamezy, I've made my team. So has Siddharth,
Yes.
Shane and Siddhant. You do that too. You can download the Gamezy app. There will be a link in our live video that you're watching. There's a link there. Click on it. It'll take you to the
There is
website.
the amount also, the moolah that they can win.
Up to 5 crore rupees daily
Wow.
is what you can win on Gamezy. So do that. You can make multiple teams, and you can make teams for even 5 overs. So there are
Yeah,
5 over
exactly.
contests,
Right.
and you can make the team in the middle of the innings, which no other fantasy app allows you to do.
Indeed.
So plenty of things to look forward to when it comes to Gamezy.
Ching, ching.
Getting back to the 11, we reached number 6 where Andre Russell is there.
Narayan
And-
Jackson. I think that part is very interchangeable. They're definitely not going
Yeah,
to stick to that.
so imagine Sheldon Jackson, if with how the team is at number 8, I think is a complete waste.
It is.
Yeah, and maybe Narayan then goes to number 8 and Jackson is at 7.
Yeah.
But Russell at 6 is already away, so they're packed with too many batsmen. It's looking a good team. Then Umesh, Mavi and Chakravarti. So their fast bowlers are effectively just Umesh and Mavi.
Correct.
And Russell, I don't know how many overs he
Fitness,
bowled.
yeah.
Fitness
No,
is-
but they've got, see, my entire point is they've got 5 bowling options, regular bowling options, but they've got Venkatesh Iyer on the
Iyer
side.
also,
They've got
yeah.
Nitish Rana also, by the way.
Who can bowl a few,
Nitish Rana
yeah,
can bowl a
correct.
few handy off spin.
I think the plan will be
back
Umesh,
deep.
Mavi, Chakravarti and Narayan bowl all their 4 overs. The 5th bowler Russell and Venkatesh Iyer bowl 2 each.
Or maybe
3, 1.
yeah, something like that.
Or if one of them gets hammered, which Umesh could,
Yeah.
just saying.
Just
could.
saying, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I agree.
Then maybe after 2 overs, then you.
He's India's Mitchell Johnson, by the way. Bowls to the right, bowls to the left. And
My God.
it's true.
It is true.
You can't sustain an Umesh Yadav spell like how Ishan did against Ponting in Perth.
You know, lest we forget, 2012-14, when KKR went through that period of doing pretty well, Umesh was a very key player at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, granted, not the same player.
Umesh was also the part of that lineup that bowled out RCB for 40.
Yes, correct, actually.
But I'm saying
KKR fan.
I know
it's
that.
also unfortunate for Umesh that he's part of the same test side also because he's improved a lot.
Yes, he
He's
has.
improved a lot, but he's part of that same test side which has people like Shami, there's
Bumrah, Ishan.
there's Siraj.
But if you have to exclude the bias part of it, in 2019 IPL, the guy who gave you the power play strikes the most was Umesh Yadav for RCB.
That's true.
Yes.
But now, guys.
Suvra Ghosh is asking, what's the logic of not playing 4 foreigners? It's a good question. And Suvra, just to let you know, I'm guessing Suvra is a big KKR fan.
Yeah.
I had thought that you could have played Nabi.
True.
What you could have done is maybe looked at an Indian player, because again, Jackson going in at number 8 where
makes no
they've listed
sense.
makes no sense. Billings can keep the wickets for you. Then you could have added a Nabi. He can give you those big hits at
And-
the
and
end,
a few
and a
overs
bowling,
also.
and
Yeah,
a bowling
correct.
option. I don't know.
I don't know what the thinking is
Yeah,
here, but we
I
will
agree.
see.
I'm Bhavat, KKR fan in Shane. Anything? Any
See,
logic?
I think the only thing was that maybe they want to keep one of those slots locked down for Cummins. But even then, when Cummins is not there, you can still keep Nabi there as an option, especially as we were saying, second, if they're going to be bowling and if they want to be restrictive, Nabi at his best can be very restrictive.
And he could have played in place of Sheldon Jackson. Because
Absolutely.
That's what we are saying.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Saran. Siddhant, please answer this.
Well,
Why no Karuna Ratne? Is he unavailable?
No, Karnataka is
He's
available.
available.
But I just feel it's about what you have as a team management. What's your gut feeling? If you think Sheldon Jackson is performing better than Nabi, you definitely go with Jackson. Maybe it's about keeping wickets also and having Billings have that firepower in your middle order as well, because Billings
No,
can
but
hit
Billings
the
can
ball.
keep the wickets. Huh? It's
No,
not
but
that he's
Billings
not. He's a bowling option also.
But I'm saying Billings can strike the ball big. But I'm saying if you're comparing somebody like Nabi, maybe they're looking at batting and Sheldon Jackson is a better batsman.
No, he is. I'm not denying that.
So that comes into the picture. For me, the combination they've
No,
got
you're
the
saying
5
Sheldon
bowlers.
a better batsman than
Because
Nabi.
No, I'm saying what would have
the
Nabi
power
done?
hitting
I'll
seems
tell
to
you
be a
what-
bit of a dodgy thing. Is Sheldon a power hitter? Like say
So, but
6
he's
years
been with
ago.
KKR he's
Yeah.
been there for a long time now. They got
barely
him
I
back.
mean, you know,
played,
like
they got him back.
Nabi, I don't know. I take Nabi any day.
I
Again,
would have to agree.
maybe Sheldon Jackson proves me wrong today.
Maybe proves both of us wrong today. Who knows?
But,
Like I
uh,
hope so, because I am with Jackson on this one, because
He
Nabi,
wants
I've
to
seen-
put himself on the map.
Also,
literally.
Nabi, I've seen him play those few leagues around the world.
Yeah.
He hasn't done well at all this year. He was dropped from a few sides also. So
Yeah.
definitely, I actually was surprised that he got picked eventually at the auctions.
I always saw him as a backup to Narayan, that one person who can bat a bit, bowl a bit, and that's pretty much it.
Shubham Tripathi is complimenting all you guys, saying best analysis. He's really enjoying it. So,
Lovely.
Thank you,
very
Shubham.
much.
Thank you,
Very
Shubham.
motivational.
Shuvro, whose question we just answered, saying he really wishes Sports Today becomes one of the top watching channels during the IPL.
Well, that's
Shuvro,
the aim, guys.
That's well,
Your
we don't
blessings.
care about numbers. What we want to care is keep doing these analysis,
Yes.
having fun. If we have fun, you guys will have fun and
Indeed.
keep joining us
Absolutely.
for. Okay, we've spent too much time
Yeah,
on
let's look at the
Shane's
CSK. Let's look at the CSK
Let's look at the
lineup.
CSK team. If Kabil producers can show us the CSK team, but there is a question already that came about playing both Santner and Jadeja,
Exactly.
similar kind of bowlers.
Similar roles.
Yes,
and similar
Ayush Jat has asked, Sir, Santner and Jaddu are both same type of bowlers. Instead, CSK could have gone with Tikshana.
Tikshana.
Can I tell you, in my 11, and you can see the video that we made of
Yes.
all likely 11s of all teams, I had picked Tikshana because he'll bowl in the power play, that rare capability that he has. In fact, Sri Lanka can get him to bowl all of his three, I mean, out of the
Yes.
4, 3
And
overs.
considering they don't have Deepak Chahar, it would have been a very valuable
Yeah,
option.
exactly. That's what I thought. Because you don't have Deepak Chahar, Tikshana can bowl those 3 overs up front.
I really
It's very
don't-
successful. yeah.
I'm baffled by Santner's inclusion because
Yeah.
for like role.
No, I understand Santan is a decent bat compared
yes.
to Tikshana. But then just look at their team. Could you please show us the CSK team, guys? So if you can look at their team,
Yeah.
then just
Conway and Rituraj picked themselves. They needed a left and right hand combination.
Yes.
Ambati Raidu is
Uthappa Raidu, Jadeja,
Uthappa Raidu,
everybody knew will be
Jadeja.
3,
And
4, 5.
Dhoni. And Dhoni.
and
itself.
Dhoni.
Where
So
is
that's
Dhoni
1, 2,
batting?
3, 4, 5. Dhoni is 6th.
Six.
They've listed him.
Well, let's
No,
see.
that. But can I tell you, it'll
I
change.
I think Dubey will go above Dhoni.
He has
Even
to.
I
He
think.
to.
He has to.
You know what they're going to do? I think. See, they're so careful about that left hand, right hand.
Yeah.
If Conway goes, Jadeja comes in. Could be, huh? You never know.
You never know, yeah, right.
Lefty. Or even Dubey. You
Dubey.
never know.
Might even
They'll
send
even
up
send,
Dubey.
Yes.
send
Yeah,
up
quite
Dubey. They
possible,
like
quite
that.
possible.
So they'll keep shuffling. So they've got only a lefty, a Jadeja a lefty, Dubey a lefty,
And
Santner
Santner.
lefty.
and Santner. So
Four.
4 lefties.
That might be part of the thing.
Yeah.
8 batsmen, 8 batting options, 4 left-handers. So
Good
we can
point.
just,
Exactly.
Good point. So that is something that they could have thought.
Yeah. Milne.
Mill was a given. I
Yeah,
thought he will play.
absolutely.
But if I have to look at death bowling, if you exclude his stint with Punjab Kings, Chris Jordan is actually a much better death
Okay, so
bowler.
I did some research. I'll
Yeah.
give you Chris Jordan's numbers. I was just looking. Jordan now, in the last few years, I'd seen, since 2020, by the way, in international T20 eyes,
Yeah.
he has played 32 games and picked up 26 wickets. That's less than a wicket per match.
Yeah.
And his economy is almost touching 9.
Oh, then.
And imagine a lot of those games he plays in England, which
Yeah,
are
which
you know
would be suiting him,
yeah,
correct.
correct. So not
I'll-
those better.
I'll tell you what-
But those some people will say
With
that
Jordan,
England also gives you
his problem
300
has
plus.
been, even though he's been, whatever games he's been playing, I saw those games against
Yeah.
West Indies also.
Yeah, 4 games. Sorry, I'll just tell you, 4 games, 1 wicket.
Yeah, that's
wicket.
what I
Yeah.
was coming
Recent.
to. He hardly picked up a wicket.
Yes.
1 wicket in 4
They're
games,
just
Jordan.
struggling to pick wickets. Even Timur Mills, who's part of the Mumbai Indians,
Mumbai
kind of,
Indians side.
Is it Timel? What is he?
I don't know. Timur Mills.
Timur
Timur
Mills.
Mills.
Proper
Timel,
now
please
you can
correct us.
pronounce it the way you want.
Timur, I'll just say Mills.
If we, get
Not
it wrong,
Kyle
please
Mills
let
from
us know.
New Zealand, but Timur Mills from England. Even
Yeah.
he was also part of the same squad. He picked 3 wickets in one game. Apart from that, he also couldn't pick wickets.
Right.
So that is what happened with England in the
I think the West Indies series is an aberration because none of the, except for Jason Holder in the final game, none performed.
But Jason Holder got like wickets, like they're gifting him wickets. They're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Boss, full platter they
Yeah,
served him.
please
with,
go ahead.
Oh, take a hat trick, take this, whatever.
Okay, just quick. Lots of comments coming with folks that are joining us.
Lovely.
Saurabh Jha says KKR did the mistake of not playing Nabi or Karuna Ratne. I think we pointed that out. That
Yeah, and I
would
agree
have
with
played
that.
Nabi.
CSK has 6 bowling options if you were to look at it. 6.
Hmm.
Jadeja, Dubey, Santner, Bravo, Milne,
And
Deshpande.
Deshpande.
Arpan is saying how is my favorite sports channel doing? So he's asking all of us. We're doing
great.
very,
man.
very well.
Very, very
Thank you so
excited.
much.
Very
Yeah.
excited.
First IPL game and it's a marathon.
pumped up.
That's-
Yeah.
we're gonna be
Yes.
there for.
Okay. Yash is saying
We'll have to make
that
that
Siddharth, thank you for making you don't sit on the fence. So he likes that about you. So good
you,
that you stick your neck out. He's really happy that you've come to sports today.
Thank
Yash,
you, thank you, Yash.
Siddharth,
Thank you.
there is. Extreme Arpan is saying, could you introduce the gentleman on the extreme left? Now, extreme left of me or extreme left on your screen, that would be Siddharth and Siddhant. So
Don't get them
he says,
confused.
why? He's saying, because I've heard the voice before. So
I am
I
glad Nikhil did not go like Sunil Shetty. Aapka left your mera left. He was clear there.
yes. So in case we are confused, what?
We have the team on the.
Now we have the
You can cut the team. The gentleman on your left is Siddharth, and the gentleman on my left is Siddhant. You may have heard their voice. Siddhant's voice you may have heard in some packages, or the programs that we've done. Siddharth's also, he's been doing a lot of videos. So I hope that answers your question, Arpan. Salim P. Hassan says, I'm watching you from Dubai and I loved all your pre-IPL videos. Thank you, Salim.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so
Chennai Super Kings should be New Zealand Super Kings. 3 New Zealand guys.
The 3 Kiwis. That's very
Conway,
interesting.
Santner, Milne.
Boss, their coach, boss.
Stephen Fleming.
Stephen Fleming is
Fleming.
there. You have to expect such.
You have Bas McCallum in Kolkata as well. He's
But only one.
but
Saudi he got na. He'll get him.
Now
into
Saudi,
the
he will
side.
come. He will bring him
get
somehow.
Get him into the side.
okay, Adarsha says, as a KKR supporter, I have no issues with going with 3 foreigners.
Yes.
Sheldon is in tremendous form. Let's give him a chance. And Sports Today, great analysis. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
very much.
Thank you.
Adarsha. I agree with you. See, again, in fact, when we were making our likely 11, we had also picked Sheldon Jackson
Yeah.
in our 11. So we are happy to see him there into the team. We were just saying that you could have gone with 4 foreigners,
And I think,
but
you know,
that's fine.
It's giving a good due to someone who's been a stalwart of domestic cricket for years, and in fact, who's also been part of this team. Most people don't know it for a number of years.
Yes.
Sheldon Jackson has always been in and about, always the backup. Now he's finally getting a chance. Let's see how well he does.
Domestic stalwart. Before this season, he had led Saurashtra to the first ever title. One of the
Yes.
key pillars.
Absolutely.
So Siddhant Thakwani is saying, I'm here for the 2 Sids. And he says, ha 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 ha, because he's Sid 2.
Yes.
Wow, brilliant. We have
Wow.
3 Sids.
Sid
Sid
fan
T.
club.
So many sits around, guys.
Sid T is complimenting Sid M and Sid V.
Arpan has a Formula 1 question. We'll take it. Since
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
why
Formula
not?
1 here.
Yeah, we have
Shane
to-
answer. He says, should the GP go ahead after the blast Jeddah F1 GP?
If you ask me honestly, the race in Jeddah should not have been going ahead even last year. I think Hamilton said it best when he said that it is not a very comfortable thing racing there for a multitude of issues. Fine, but even if you want to look aside or look beyond the sports washing, I don't think it should be going ahead when a missile was dropped less than 10 miles from the actual circuit.
Okay.
It is a problem.
It's risky business.
It is very risky.
And if it was some other country in Pakistan, they would not have gone there
Yeah.
for
Valid
20 odd
point.
years.
It makes a valid
For
point.
20 odd years.
It's a very valid
Exactly.
point.
Isn't it true?
Valid point.
Indeed.
Very, very
indeed,
well.
indeed.
And I know I hate to get political, but I would extend that logic with what's happening in Ukraine and Russia as well.
Correct.
And I don't know enough of geopolitics to understand who's right, wrong, so I'm not getting into it. My point is that war is wrong in any case, but then have the same standard. When it's US that's the aggressor, everyone is okay with it, and then you put sanctions when Russia is
Correct,
that's
No, a
that's
similar argument which is not spoken about much when during the LTT riots. I think Chennai Super Kings thought that, are we playing in Chepauk? That's why they didn't pick Tikshana. I was wondering about that. There was anger.
No, because there was a lot of
Yeah,
anger.
anger.
right.
I did a story on it, by the way. There was so much anger.
Yeah.
In terms of,
Very good
If
point,
you had
I
gone
think. I
on
don't
Twitter, why have they picked Tikshana?
Exactly.
LTT, this, that, everybody
Because
pointed out.
in 87, when
Yeah.
there was a suicide
No, but
attack
if you've picked him in the squad, then you shouldn't have had him in the squad.
No, but
Point
we
is
also
that.
remember the time when Jayalalitha had barred these Sri Lankan players from coming to Chennai.
That
You
happened
remember?
in 2013.
Muralidharan had pointed out when he was playing
Yeah.
for the RCB. He said, I can't believe that this is happening.
No, look at the situation. From 2008 on, when the war ended in 2009, there were players like Tisara Pereira, Nuwan Tushara,
Yes.
Nuwan Kulasekara, all playing for Chennai Super Kings.
Yeah,
in
why
2012.
suddenly?
Jayalalitha wrote a letter under pressure. That is when
Right.
this whole situation deteriorated. And Tikshana, when that war
Elections
happened, he
were
was
close.
9 years of age.
Yeah.
How could you blame a guy? Because he is part of a Gajava regiment there who had committed war crimes in the.
But he wasn't part of the regiment.
wasn't part of it.
Exactly, he wasn't part of the war.
So,
So then you shouldn't have picked him. Okay, lots of cricketing questions. We'll
Great.
turn our attention. Mukul Kumar says he's seen the pitch report. It's a batting paradise, as you expect with Wankhede. But I think there will be juice, at least in the first few matches. Then the pitches do tend to get sluggish towards the latter
Or
half.
sometimes you can't help with pressure. Sometimes teams make the equation so difficult for them that you inadvertently end up losing a plethora of wickets right at the
No,
end.
the problem with Chennai Super Kings is their bowlers have to step up, because what was the difference in 2021 when they won 4 out of 5 games of the Wankhede?
Yeah.
It was Deepak Chahar's swing and early
Yeah.
wickets.
Correct.
Now Chahar will not be there for I think almost half of the IPL
Yeah.
because of his injury is pretty bad.
Okay, Big Boy says last time the pitches in some venues were sluggish and some were belters, like Mumbai should be good T20 pitches in Mumbai and Pune in fair condition. I agree, Chennai was very sluggish and Mumbai surprisingly happened to be sluggish in the first half. I remember that. But I think now you'll get that true blue Wankhede pitch, which will be good for batting, good for fast bowlers, bounce for spinners. So that will be
It's
a
a
good
kind
pitch.
of a very surreal moment when the teams came out. Jadeja was in front, Dhoni was in back.
Wow. Yeah.
True CSK fan.
True. fan. Okay.
Who's not wearing yellow?
Who's the Rajasthan Royals fan?
Okay, Akash Jadhav says CSK is lacking an attacking leg spinner in the middle overs. Jaddu not a wicket taking option. I beg to disagree. Yeah. Jaddu can take wickets. Yes, not all the time. He does take wickets.
Yeah, but the leg
he
spinner
likes
point
that
is
kind of
interesting.
pitches.
The
huh?
leg spinner point is
Yeah,
kind of
that
interesting.
is an interesting.
They don't
point.
have a decent leg spinner.
But listen, I often tell you, I know MS Dhoni is not the captain, but he would have been very instrumental in picking the 11. And in Hindi, as we say, कि जहाँ से हमारी सोच खत्म होती है वहाँ से उनकी शुरू होती है. We can look at those logical things. Oh no, leg spinner, this and that.
And then
he
he'll go
must have
prove us wrong.
calculated some 5 other things.
25% fans, it seems as if the stadium is full at the
Yeah,
Wankhede.
I think the
Amazing,
seating, the way they've
absolutely amazing.
seated people.
And Neeraj Chopra is in attendance. Wow.
Okay, Madhav Gar is saying, will Dubey shine today? I sure hope so.
I think we all think he will.
Yeah, you know, I tell you, it will augur well for Indian cricket, who are so desperately looking for that medium pace all-rounder.
True.
It's that you've put someone like Venkatesh Iyer, who's a top-order batsman, to bat there.
Yes.
But if you're going to get a natural guy who's a big hitter,
Yeah.
who's not lived up to potential, we agree. But if he can come good, then it's that option that
But
India
nothing
has
like
given.
it.
My
Especially
point is,
considering Pandya-
earlier in the past we haven't had too many options to look at. Earlier there was
Yeah.
only either Hardik Pandya, you tried Shivam Dubey
Yes.
for a little while, but now if they
Since Kapil Dev, we've not
Since
had
Kapil,
it.
yeah, correct. So if now you have 3-4 players, a pool of them that you can choose from, that'll be
Nothing
great.
like
They
it.
tried making Irfan Pathan one
An all-rounder,
as well,
correct,
and
yeah.
well, Greg Chappell.
Less said about that, the
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody was asked.
Yash
about-
Vilankar is saying, I wish you all super duper energy for the coming IPL season. By the way, we will make our Sports Today family as one of the best YouTube channel till IPL ends. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much,
much.
Yash.
Thank you a
so
lot.
much.
So that is one comment. There was. Please tell us something about Deshpande. Sanskar Saxena is a regular watcher.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Huh?
Tushar Deshpande
You had
is
mentioned
from Mumbai.
Yeah.
And he was
Played
one
for
of the-
Delhi.
Yes, but he was one of the key bowlers who helped Mumbai win the Vijay Hazare Trophy in 2018.
Also this year also in
He
the
was impressive in the Saeed Mushtaq Ali.
T20s as well as the ODI, the list A games
List A
that they
games,
call
yeah,
them.
yeah.
He was supremely impressive. Took 1-2 wickets every game. I think so. I saw about his last 10 games. When you look at the stats,
yes.
he took 2 wickets in one, 3 wickets in one wicket, had a decent economy rate. So that's why probably he's playing, because he's in great form.
He's in
and
great-
they think
A
that
backstory to this: when Tushar Deshpande was not picked in the Mumbai team for the 2019 season, 2 selectors lost their jobs.
Oh.
They had totally said that we want
Details
Tushar
you only get
Deshpande.
on Sports Today.
Yeah.
Yes,
Only on sports.
yes.
Okay.
Love from Kargil. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Lots of folks. Yeah. Thank you
Kargil
so
from
much
Kargil.
for everyone who was watching. But now that the game is going to start, I think the first ball is about to be bowled.
Yeah.
So we'll take your leave. Mohammad Abbas is watching us from Kargil. Thank you so much for watching us. Please don't take questions of spammers. Arpan is saying. Arpan, you all are part of our family. Yeah? We don't treat anyone as.
But did you do the subscribers thing this time around?
No,
That-
I didn't. Aman Verma is saying, what about KKR's bowling? They're in trouble because no one is a death bowler. Only
No, but they're
Andre.
looking at Shivam, Mavi as
Yeah, Mavi and Russell.
Mavi
probably are
and
the
Russell,
best
they are
options,
not.
But I agree with that. It's not the most convincing of options.
But-
because
but
not that
Mavi,
convincing.
but Mavi bowled for them last season also.
He's been in the death. They've been grooming him since they
but
got him.
They lost Prasidh Krishna. I agree. They have lost Prasidh
Yeah.
Krishna, who's not there anymore. He's gone to Rajasthan
I
Royals.
know.
But I still feel Mavi is a decent choice. But yes, of course, not probably of the same pedigree that somebody like.
On that
Prasidh
note, I
Krishna
hope
is.
you've checked out our brand new helmets that we've got of all the IPL teams. The rest are on
Rest
top.
are up there.
But today it's kind of a similar color, gold versus yellow.
Yeah.
Quite similar. Kolkata versus Chennai. Let's see which is the team that is going to come up.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
First innings prediction time. Prediction time.
CSK 210.
Okay.
Why did you not say they will break the record for the highest score over?
Belter of a pitch, bro.
210. 210.
Yes.
I say 160.
160.
I'll sit somewhere in the middle at 175.
Nikhil coming in at 175
147.
and
147.
Saran says 147.
KKR
CSK fan does not agree, and for me they'll make 182.
Interesting.
Why don't you channel that for Mumbai Indians when they play? Why only Chennai Super Kings? They have won more than us. Hello. They won more than us.
So remember, guys, remember your
210.
predictions, and then we'll see at the end of this innings.
Mid innings and also
Mid innings, we'll see you.
Yeah,
Middle
please
of
do
the- We're
join
sitting
us.
here, we're not going
Also,
there
not
watching
to forget, I must remind our viewers that you can download the Gamezy app, and even if you have missed out on the first innings, you can make a team for the second innings as well. So
And please
Download
do
the link from the
subscribe,
description.
Like, share,
Yes.
all that stuff. All right. Join us in the mid innings time.